this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Kurashu. And Kurashu writes to say that last night he opened his chakras, I assume using the techniques that we recommend in our degree materials, but then fell asleep, leaving the chakras open rather than closing them back down. And today he woke up with a terrible headache and is wondering if I can tell him how to ground this energy or give him some tips on how not to have these headaches in the future. And when you do psychic work, it's very much like building a muscle. You don't want to try to push it too hard, you want to do it in a slow and steady way. Because just like physical muscles, the psychic muscles, if you overuse them, will be sore. And that's what you're experiencing, that's what's causing the headache. And it is very important when you open your chakras using this technique, and if you'd prefer to use the term enlarge your chakras or expand your chakras, that would be perhaps an equally good way to understand it. When you've enlarged them, you need to bring them back down. When you've opened them, so to speak, you need to close them, or you will find yourself having this kind of effect. And you'll find not only that, but also ungrounded energy. So it's very important to shut them back down when you have opened them in this way. Now, the reason that you're having the headache, as I say, is because you've effectively overstrained the muscle. What can you do about it? Well, first and most important thing is to ground the energy. The second thing is you can visualize a clear yellow light through the part of your head that is feeling pain, and very often that will disperse a psychic headache of this kind. And what I would recommend is to make sure that you're doing your exercises at a point in time when you're not so sleepy that you'll fall asleep in the middle. And I think that you will avoid this problem. And this is why I do stress the importance of a structured program which allows you to build gradually so that you avoid this kind of problem. And as far as grounding the energy itself goes, the simplest thing is to simply release it and let it flow out of you like water, imagining it either as water or light or various other ways. We talk about this right in the very first chapter of the book. There are also more physical things, such as grounding yourself with salt, or using a stone such as hematite. There are many different things you can do. You can even take a shower and visualize that water running through you as if it were light and carrying away the excess energy. There are many different things you can do, but you should do something. And as I say, to disperse the headache, if that doesn't do it by itself, use a clear yellow-white light and just flush your head with it, and I think you'll find that generally that will help. And if that doesn't help, I would say to rest for a little while and then try it again. Because sometimes, if we're particularly overloaded with ungrounded energy, we may have to ground more than once. And when you've done this, when you've left your chakras open in this way, or enlarged in this way, if you prefer that term, for a long period of time, you may find yourself with quite a bit of ungrounded energy. When we do psychic work, it is again very much like building a muscle, and the more we do, the more we can do. And when you first begin this kind of work, very simple things may leave you feeling exhausted, or they may leave you with this kind of psychic headache. But if you keep working at it, you'll find you can do more, and eventually you'll find it will take a great deal to cause you to become tired or ungrounded. And you'll find that you can deal with very large quantities of very strong energy. But you need to work up to them gradually and build those muscles in a systematic way. So I hope that answers your question and gives you something to think about. And until next time, may you blessed be. Today's vlog is brought to us by the term correspondences.
Correspondences. Correspondence is a teaching system that uses the idea of sympathy to say that items that have similar qualities may be represented by each other. Thus, the direction of east is said to correspond to the element of air, the quality of thought, the dawn of the day, the spring of the year, the beginning of any project, the maiden goddess, such as Aradia or the Greek Kore, the young god, such as Horus or the green man at spring, and many other things. Used in part as an aid to memory, the system of correspondence illustrates the idea that, as above, so below, and is used at the heart of the system of allegory through which many pagan and Wiccan ideas are portrayed and transmitted.